I'm
Steven, I think they're ready for us. You ready?
yeah.
So we are here. It's actually both of us this week, which is a monumental thing of different proportions. So that's going to be kind of the hot take, hot topic of the week. But before then, make sure to continue to listening to the different podcasts we put out, whether it's the Spaces or Steven has been coming back out with the various different episodes of Penn State. And some big news might actually be coming towards the Big 12 and Big 10 as we get into that topic. But without further ado, we'll hop right into the hot take. Steven, what's been going on with you?
I was in Mexico for a week.
Wow.
Your boy was down south. Um we went to the Nickelodeon resort in Cancun,
Hmm.
Maya Riviera Maya.
Okay.
It was me, Brooke and the kids, my mother-in-law, and then my Brooke's sister Morgan, my brother-in-law BJ, and their son, my nephew Preston. There was eight of
Mm.
us, three kids.
Wow.
Um, it was dope. I give it 10 out of 10. That was my first time out of the country. Didn't feel like it was like if I was in a different country. Like
Hmm.
traveling from the airport to the resort, yes.
This man stayed
But
at a
I've seen
Nickelodeon
US
resort.
cities, huh?
I said this man stayed in a Nickelodeon resort saying it felt
Yeah.
no different.
Yeah. Like I've seen US cities that look like what I was driving through.
Hmm.
I Baltimore is one of them.
Yeah.
And we had a butler, so that was dope. His name was
Wow.
Hector. My
Okay,
guy.
Hector.
My guy, Hector. But like, dude, they were super attentive to everything you needed. It was all
Hmm.
inclusive, but your boy didn't drink.
Oh, wow. This is
I ate that.
impressive.
I ate the shit out of that food though.
Yeah.
Weather was dope. It was hot.
Hmm.
There's no beach. Like it's not on the beach. Like
Oh, okay.
you think of a resort, you might think it's like you walk outside and there's the beach. Yeah, it was not the case. There was maybe like 15 yards of sand,
Hmm.
which is great because you don't bring anything home. You don't bring the sand home, which
Yeah.
is anyone who goes to the beach, like
You
that's a
know, it
huge pain
comes
in the ass
home.
because it
Yep.
takes forever. Um, Kids were great. Like my kids are 6 and 4, so like they, you know, are just like cool with just chilling by themselves, not doing much. Like they don't need us to like,
Hmm.
you know. So the way the resort was set up though was like there was a water park. So it was like also their attention to detail at the Nickelodeon resort was like second to none. At
Hmm.
like 95% of the things you saw had some like it kept up with the Nickelodeon theme.
That's good.
Like the soap in the shower had like slime like dripping down from it type of thing.
Mm.
Like the mirrors in the bathroom had Nickelodeon stuff on it. Everything was Nickelodeon based. It was crazy. They had characters all over the place. Obviously, the people who worked there were like always like I swear to God they were on cocaine, which wouldn't surprise me. But like they were just like always involved, always with it. Um, this was also a um something I observed. There was not a lot of white people there. Like white families. I know
Yeah.
we were in Mexico, so there was a lot of local people there. Um, but like we saw the same like three white families. It was
That's
nuts.
how it
Like
goes.
I don't know if I just like thought like you go to a place like Nickelodeon Resort, Disney World, shit like that. It's always just like white people everywhere, like just
Hmm.
taking over the whole thing. Also, it wasn't very busy. I don't know if we went in, like the wrong season or like I
That's
don't know what
crazy
like peak
for
season
the
is for that kind of
summer.
stuff. Yeah, but like they had a water park and like the main building where like there was restaurants, you check in, all that kind of stuff. And there's another building that you get that's like a 10-minute walk, maybe a 2-minute ride, get a little shuttle and you go to like the hotel where like the rooms are. So we'd spend like 4 hours at the water park in the morning after breakfast. Kids would get tired. We'd go back to the pool and like the pool we had. So there's a pool right outside our room. So you go into
No.
that. So that was dope. I was like
Damn.
looked over the ocean and everything. That was pretty cool. Um, but then there was like a kiddie pool and all that kind of stuff, like a community pool type of deal. No one
Hmm.
ever there. So like, we had the whole thing to ourselves basically. Like it was
Wow.
nuts. It was not. It was never busy. It was super relaxing. Mid-year reset for the family. Played some golf. Also, when I was down there, that was a whole other experience. Like
Hmm.
like you just knew that you were not in the United States. You knew that you were not like at a U.S. golf course, which is
Hmm.
like, duh, dude, you're in Mexico. But like you can just tell you were somewhere different. Um, the course kicked our ass, but like didn't even matter.
Wow.
It was just super dope. It was like they had like craters like that. Like they gave you a booklet of like what they expect on the hole, and it would say like don't hit it into the crater on the right, like don't hit it into like this 10-foot bunker. It was tough. The course was crazy, but like it was. We got a VIP treatment. We got like a big suburban that picked us up, had VIP
Oh
on the side
shit.
of it. To
Wow.
from the resort to the course. The course was crazy. They cleaned our clubs afterwards.
Dang.
Yeah, saw some cool wildlife. That was dope. Saw monkeys. That was pretty dope.
Okay.
I haven't seen like a
That's what I'm
monkey.
looking forward to.
Yeah, I haven't seen a monkey outside of a zoo like ever. So that was kind of dope. Iguanas everywhere, dude, everywhere,
Everywhere. I know. That's how
everywhere,
Mexico
bro.
is.
Probably like I saw in the 7 days we were there, probably saw like 20 of them. Just
Hmm.
chilling, man. Just chilling.
Yep.
No cartel sightings. Thank God.
Dang it.
Your boy survived. But yeah, it was dope. Flying with kids isn't that bad. Like my kids are,
They're
6 and 4, like I
older.
said.
Yeah.
So like they don't, we and everything was like a breeze too. Everything was super quick. Coming back from Mexico, everything was like they were so efficient at the airport, getting our baggage checked. Security was obviously their first line of defense, whereas our first line of defense at airports. Theirs
Hmm.
is like up here,
They
ours is
don't.
like down here.
Yeah, they
We have
don't
we have
care.
like Jared, we have like old school Jared from Subway as like the first person you see when you walk in. You're like, oh, I can get behind this dude, no problem. But like
Hmm.
down there, they got guys with guns, like
Hmm.
littered throughout the airport. So
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna try and pull in Brittany Griner shit that while I'm down there. So, but yeah, it was good. It was by we came home yesterday, Tuesday morning. By like Monday afternoon, I'm like, all right, I'm tapped out. I'm done.
Hmm.
I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, you can.
Laundry. We have like we had 2 suitcases full of laundry to do. Us and the kids. Just finished that tonight. That took all day, most of the night last night, then all day today. But yeah, overall it was dope. 10 out of 10.
Okay. Shout
The
outs
food
to
was,
you
I
then.
mean, the food was amazing too. The food was
Yeah.
phenomenal. Yeah. So,
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. I always like Mexico. Of course, we go to two different parts. That's because
mhm.
you have kids and I don't. But that's also the other thing. I went to the western side of Mexico, like Puerto Vallarta. That's where you see a lot more white families. I do notice
Mhm.
that because the California side,
Sure.
whereas more people are able to go to Cancun. I
Sure.
always think about that. But no, it's a honestly a
It was
dope
only it
area.
was only two 2 minutes and 45 seconds, like 2 hours and 45
2 minutes.
seconds.
I was gonna say
Sorry.
2 minutes. Hey yo, what kind
Yeah.
of jet you got?
My fault. My fault. 2 hours and 45 minutes from Baltimore, flight wise. So that was pretty nice. It was we made it there under
It
three
was
hours.
straight.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Hell yeah. Not
That's
doing
really
connecting flight
good.
with kids. No,
I know. No,
no,
you can't do all
absolutely
that.
not. No, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, good times.
See, so I want to segue this into the finance side, just recapping things. There was, let me backpedal. Before today, I would have been like, damn, this is going to be a 15-minute episode. From last night to today, there was so much that just went on in terms of sports news, dealt with money, finances, everything. The first thing I want to bring up that's going to be quick is the Azuki stuff. So I told everyone last time Azuki was at over 17 to 18 Ethereum before they end up having the Azuki Eternals end up dropping. After the Azuki Eternals came out, which was an exact replica basically of the regular Azukis, they end up dropping to like 5 Ethereum. So think of it right now, 5 Ethereum, that it's at $10,000, whereas before it was sitting at over $25,000 for one. So that was kind of something that was big. A lot of the tech stocks have been booming, busting, and popping in the legacy world. So in the New York Stock Exchange, that's been a big thing. So pay attention to what's going on over there because the money is going to rotate into another sector. I mentioned this last week. Something else I just want to touch on is NFTs in general. A lot of the NFTs have not been going up ever since when Bitcoin goes up, NFTs start to pull back. So pay attention to that. Season 2 of The Heist, which is a game I love to play, they are coming out hopefully in August. DGOTS, I don't think they're going to drop with their season 3. So pay attention for that in either August or September. And then that also includes Utes. OMB is something that I am looking at right now. OMB is currently sitting at around $6,000 to $7,000. Yes, that's a good amount of money, but in terms of the crypto world, I kind of just don't even think about it. That's something I do have on my list. I put a poll out and it ended up 50-50. So thanks to everybody that essentially made my job the same as it was to start. It wasn't like I got any help with that. But what I really wanted to talk about is I don't want to dive too much into stocks or cryptos or anything like that. I want to talk about money, and the money is going to be in terms of the sports. First thing is, it is official. Dan Snyder is no longer the owner of the Commanders. Josh Harris and the
Shout out.
boys and Magic Johnson. First off, the fact that Magic Johnson was celebrating him being the new owner of the Commanders with his ass being on a yacht with his whole family shows the amount of money you have. Like it was all of
Yeah.
them and Washington Commander stuff on a yacht.
Uh, he's always on that yacht, bro.
I know he is
Always.
like you just have dumb money for that. The other
Dumb
one,
money.
now the dumb money, and I brought this up at work, and I guess they didn't essentially care as much. Only one person cared when I brought this topic up, but Kylian Mbappe, they were offering him $770 million to play for the same league, same team as Cristiano Ronaldo. If you don't tell me Saudi Arabia money is different, I don't know what's different. And they're working to end up like going and investing into other sports organizations to the point now, it makes me so mad because it started with the Live Golf Tour. And then other people are saying, nah, don't do it. Now there's NFL teams, owners, and then NBA teams, owners in different leagues saying, we'll accept outside money. Y'all were not going to do this before, but now you notice, oh, everyone's doing it. So you all want to do it. One, Kylian Mbappe did not accept the deal. So people are speculating that he's going to go play for Real Madrid, which is one of the historic franchises that are over there in Spain. But what if you were in this situation? I'll ask you the question like I asked my team at work. If you were to be offered $770 million and you had to uproot your family to go wherever it was for a year, would you do it?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know?
Like
You know
that's
how
that's
annoying.
so much money. Like it's like it's not even like generational money. It's like otherworldly money.
Yes,
Like,
for a
is that
year,
a year? Yeah, for a year. So like you never have to do anything ever again
ever
in
again.
life. Like you can just peace out and go wherever you want, buy whatever you want, probably buy a couple countries if you need to, a couple
Hmm.
islands. And like it doesn't even like that's doesn't even make sense. It
No,
doesn't even seem like a real number. I think it's just like
no,
made up.
it has
Like
to
he's
be.
probably not gonna get that. He's probably gonna get like 100 grand.
What's
Like,
wild?
like he's not gonna get like that's just like what do you even do? Like how's that even like how's that work? Like how do you just
It,
get 700 and something $1 million? How do
yo,
you just do that?
and now you understand why Lionel Messi said, "All right, bet I'm not taking the Saudi Arabia deal, but America's going to create some deal for me." Then Cristiano Ronaldo has this sort of money. When I asked this to the people at work, one person who has 3 kids, she said, "Oh, I don't know if I want to uproot my family, and then how long am I going to be there? Will I end up liking there? I don't give a damn.
Fuck my family,
I look,
bro. No way.
I
Like
don't give a damn."
if I walked upstairs right now and I told my wife, like, hey, look, dude, company's giving me $736 million to go over to Iraq, and they're gonna put us in a house in the middle of Iraq for a year, but we get $736 million. You mean the kids?
Sign me up. I don't
What like
care.
what is she gonna say? No? Like
Exactly.
I'll give up a year of my life. I'll give up the 32nd year of my life, 31st year of my life to go over to go put me in like a shack in Iraq in the middle of gunfire for $736 million. Yeah, sign me up.
You can, and this is what I was explaining. You can pay for your kids' friends to come visit you whenever you want to. You can have security to make sure you're fine. Oh, you can hire the whole army for that much money.
You can do
You
a
don't
lot.
have to worry
You can do
about
a lot.
anything.
You can do a lot. Yeah.
But yet y'all are thinking, oh, I don't know. And that's sad of the mindset. But I want to keep going with the money because there's even more money in terms of all this. And we're going to switch over into the NBA because Jalen
Hmm.
Brown, and I talked to some of my friends that are Celtics fans, Jalen Brown got over $304 million for 5 years. What are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, it's just like it's just what happens. That's pretty much it. Like they're like the contracts are going to keep getting higher and higher. Um, I'm sure Joe Burrow. I mean, what did Herbert got? 260 something million dollars, something like that. Whatever it was,
Yep.
250 something,
262.
256, 262. Yeah, sure. Like Joe Burrow's probably gonna get 450. You know, um, Barkley got his 1 year deal. He'll probably get a stupid contract if he goes off this season. He'll get a dumb contract next year from someone like Jalen
So
Brown. But like those are like the elite of the elite players. Jalen Brown is
yeah,
a top 20 player,
I was gonna say he's not even
top
like
20 player.
best on his
Get
team.
Yeah, he's not the best player on his team, and he should like doesn't show up in the playoffs. Can't dribble with his left hand. Did you see
Mm.
the tweet about making fun of him? It was that high school kid that's I forget he was in college now with one arm,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my
the tall
God, they
the tall
said
black
that.
kid.
Yeah,
They were like, yeah, this is gonna be Jalen Brown next
Emmanuel.
season, and they just showed highlights of this kid hooping with
Yep.
one hand and doing all that shit. But like, I mean, he's a top 20 player, and like that's it. He's like a really good scorer. Sometimes he'll go off for one of those 40, 50 point games, maybe. But like,
300.
but like, why? Like, you need to build your team. Like, I'm sure, again, like, they're not giving him this kind of money. They're not giving Jason Tatum this kind of money. They're not giving the other players this kind of money. Like, just without the idea of like, all right, well, we got to keep building our team if we're going to win a championship. We can't just pay these guys and bring in like, Christian and
That's
Steven for a couple
crazy.
bucks,
Yeah.
but so like they obviously know what they're doing. But just a lot of money for not a top 10 player.
But how is this
Like,
possible? Like, where does this money come from?
yeah, I mean, it's like baseball. Like, how does, but it's always funny because, like, how do some teams have, how do the Yankees have $1 billion and, like, the Pirates and the Marlins have, like, 200 grand
No
spent
idea.
on a team? Like, I
Exactly.
don't get, like, I get, like, it's revenue, tickets, like, just the standard shit for teams. But, like, how is there that big of a discrepancy between team A and team Z in, like, terms of
Hmm.
dollars? It's just like yeah, you did buy championships because you were able to pay the top. You gave A-Rod's gotten $200 million plus contracts, right?
That's
I know
crazy.
one was from
Yeah.
the Rangers, one was from the Yankees, but nonetheless, like, how is that? Like, the Pirates can't do that. The Pirates like are never in on anybody.
Nope.
Marlins, same thing, shit like that. So the money in sports is just like it doesn't even seem real at all
Mm-mm.
because like
No.
imagine what like Justin Fields is going to get in a couple years. Like, who knows where it's going to be at when he. I mean, everyone thought Mike Conley's $150 million contract from the Grizzlies was like the wildest contract ever.
It
No, it
was.
just
I
gets
know.
every single year just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Coaches are getting stupid contracts. What Monty Williams got a 7 year deal with the Pistons. What is it? How?
Hmm.
Why?
I know.
Why? Like, and just probably just stupid money too for him. But there's just so much money in sports. It's just like it's always gonna be like that. And like, hey, dude, like, fucking more props to the players, man. Like, we can hate on it all I want that like a guy like Jalen Brown is getting $300 million, but like, shout out to your boy for getting $300 million.
Right? He ain't doing
Like,
anything.
sure, dude. Like, awesome. It's like the guy who won the Open Championship over the weekend, Harmon.
Hmm.
He has like he does a club waggle. I'm sure you've seen it like uh, at least 10 to 15 times before each shot. Who gives a fuck? He just won the Open Championship and got like $2.5 million.
Exactly.
Who cares? Like,
I
he's
know.
like, fine, dude. Oh, fuck you guys. Like, I don't care. Jalen Brown's like, cool. I'm a top 20 player. Bank. I just got $300 million. Done.
Dog.
Only in
Hey,
sports can you not be the best at your job and get paid more than everybody else.
yo, that's what I was thinking about at work. You don't even have to be the best
No,
at
not
your
even
job.
close. Not even
Not
close.
even close.
Not even remotely close to the best.
And you got
No,
that
not even
much?
remotely close. And you're gonna get the highest paid. You're the highest paid player ever for being a slightly above average player from time to time. Only in sports. If I went to
Yes.
my if I went to my boss, I was like, hey, man, I want to be the highest paid person on the sales team. When I'm maybe like, bring in like out of like say there's 20 of us, I bring in like the 17th most amount of money, which is not true. Your boy brings in bank. But like, you know, he's gonna be like, what? What are you talking about? No, go back to work. Like, go back to making phone calls, you dumbass. But like Jalen Brown's like, hey guys, I want to be the highest paid player in the league, even though the other guy on my team is significantly better than me and makes less than me. I want to be the highest paid player on the team. Bet. Here you go.
Yeah, that's what they
So
did.
wild. Such a wild concept.
And you're
Nowhere
going to
else.
tell me now they're going to be able to afford to pay everybody. Something's got to give. Someone's not going to be there. And then you just paid Kristaps as well.
Why, dude? 2 years, $60 million for Tingus Pingus?
That's what I'm
Like, what
saying.
are we
So then what
doing?
are you going to do? Like,
Only in
unless
sports,
you
bro.
guys are realizing
Only
these media
in
deals have to
sports.
just keep going up, which means the ticket prices are going to keep going up, which means then inflation and stuff is going to keep going up. It continues. It starts with us. That's how they're able to pay them so much.
You know what's crazy? Sports aren't even real.
They're not.
They're all just made up.
They're
Sports are just
no.
made up. Like none of it has any impact on society. Like in the grand scheme of things, like none of it's real.
Nope.
Basketball's not real. Someone just was like, "Oh, let's bounce a ball one day, put it in a
Yep.
hoop. Cool. We'll pay you guys
Exactly.
$300 million to play basketball."
300. That's for one person. One person. His final year of the contract, they said he's going to get over $60 million.
Ah, makes no
60.
sense, dude.
And then the other thing I wanted to ask you about to segue this into the NFL, and then we can get on the topic of everything with the NFC West after this. Saquon's contract. So of course you heard everything that's going on with the running back situation and how the
Not the
franchise
Penn
tag
State.
was going to be like 10 million. And Saquon essentially ended up only getting like 900,000 more than what the franchise tag was. What are your thoughts on the running back position and how it's devalued compared to even his teammate? Just got, what did he get? Like
Daniel Jones. Yeah.
117.
Oh,
Yes, Andrew Thomas, the
yeah.
lineman,
Left tackle.
just
Yeah.
got 117 million,
Okay.
67 fully guaranteed. And Saquon, who's clearly the best player on the team, can't even get a portion of that.
Okay. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate because because I want to. Like the left tackle position in football, like I get what you're saying that he's the most important player on the team, like by far the best player on the team. Saquon is like absolutely, like no question. But like just position by position, like the quarterback position obviously is number one most important position in sports because you touch the ball. I mean, I guess maybe aside from a pitcher or goalie, that's a different conversation. Whatever, but you get what I mean. It's the most
Mm-hmm.
important position in football because like you touch the ball, you dictate every single play. Um, but the left tackle, like you need that. You need like a really dominant all pro left tackle. And is he an all pro left tackle? Like he could be. They're paying him like he is. It's like that's what
Mm-hmm.
you think. That's what they think is gonna happen. They think Daniel Jones is a Super Bowl winning quarterback because they're paying him that kind of money. Because they can't find anybody better right
Yeah.
now. But and I get the people that say you don't need an elite running back or like an all-time great running back, like the best running back in the league to win a Super Bowl or like make a Super Bowl run or win the division, whatever. Like it doesn't hurt though.
Mm-mm.
Like it doesn't like you can I mean, I'm sure you saw them too, all the list of the teams that have won the Super Bowl without like a really dope running back or like a 3 running back system or whatever it
Yep.
might be. Like, yeah, that happens. But like would you rather have like for your chances to win the Super Bowl, if you're the Giants, would you rather have Saquon Barkley, who when he's on his game is like a arguably the best offensive player in the league, right? Like arguably, he's a top
Mm-hmm.
3 offensive player in the league when he's at his best. Or a guy who's or like 2 guys who don't equal what one person can do. And like pay him the money that he deserves and then like bring in like a solid backup. Like they have been doing. Like it's I get it, like the running back, you don't need a great one, but like it doesn't hurt to have
Yeah.
one. Like, I get it. Like, you need to pay those guys. And like again, like you gotta side with the players in this one and like hold out for like the money because like football is a very dangerous sport. And like we've seen Barkley has all the injuries. So like he's like, I need to get paid while I can
That's the other
to,
thing. Yeah.
he again, one helmet to the knee and you're done. Or one hit to the head, you're done. Like one play, you're done. So you want to get as much money. Like I totally get that. So
Mm-hmm.
like I understand the running back position is not like the most important position on the field. Like maybe a really lockdown corner is more important than a running back. I get it, but like it doesn't hurt, dude. It doesn't hurt to have a really elite, like all pro MVP caliber running back on your team. And when he's healthy, which by the way, I don't know if you've seen the videos off season, Saquon looks pretty healthy right now.
He
Like
does.
he looks pretty solid. So like, yeah, you said that so casually. Like, yeah, he does. Like he
He
looks
does.
looks
I
legit right
know.
now. Like, and if he's on and they're going, yeah, you saw what he did as a rookie when he was healthy.
Yep.
He
You
was a
just brought
top.
up the key part though. rookie because every
When
single
healthy,
year,
sure. You add
no, no,
more, you
no.
add more hits. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Every year you end
I
up
mean,
having those rookies.
look at Larry Johnson. Yes, look at Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson, like second year league, had like 416 carries, which was like 100 more than like the next person. Like that's just that you can't do that. So they don't do
Yeah,
that these days. But yes, you're right. A new Bijan Robinson, like he's all the rage right now, dude. 4 years from now, who the
exactly.
fuck knows?
Yeah,
You know,
that's the wild part.
one
I
blown
think a lot
tire.
of people started putting this into perspective with, of course, it happened before him, but with DeMarco Murray, that was like a big one of the Cowboys ran him to the ground. And
They
then they were
did,
like, oh,
yes.
all right, we're not going to pay you. And just
No,
gave him to the Eagles. And it was like, damn, you didn't do what you just did. Then they're like, up, give him to the Titans. And it sucks. It's the worst thing in the world. But when you have these good running backs coming right out of college right behind you, it's like, why do we need to keep you unless you can do what I don't know why. And Christian McCaffrey's different because they don't even view him as a running back, which
yeah.
sucks because Saquon and Christian McCaffrey do similar things. Then you talk about Derrick Henry. They said Derrick Henry has not made that much money, although he got a big contract. He hasn't made like more than $40 million.
Like, and also, like this goes with everything and drafting with sports. You have no idea what's gonna happen
Yeah,
with that player. You have
no.
no clue. Like if Saquon, like no one could have predicted that Saquon was gonna miss roughly 2 seasons with a torn ACL,
Mm-hmm.
busted ankle. Like he could have come in and he could be 10,000 yards in right now. Like Adrian Peterson. I mean, Adrian Peterson had what, like 10 straight seasons where just was healthy as Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously got older, but like, was just running through dudes. And then towards ACL. So like no one could have predicted that he was going to have that long of a like initial start before his first like catastrophic injury almost. And then he
Mm-hmm.
came back the next year and ran for 2,000 yards, but that's a different story.
Yep.
Saquon might do the same shit, dude. Like, and then he's gonna be on the table for being like, "Yo, fucking look what I just did. But I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Look what I just did. I just carried that team to a division title and a berth in the conference championship game." Like, just for
Mm-hmm.
example, he's like, "All right, dude. Like, all right, give me like that 5 years or 4 years, 70, $80 million right now. Give me that right now."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's banking on himself, and they should because they're the
Yeah.
best athletes in the world. So like, why wouldn't you?
So a couple of quick hits, then we'll get into the NFC West topic. First one, it's officially announced that Bryce Young is going to be the starter. Thoughts?
Duh.
Yeah. Next one, this is the one that I feel so strongly about. Damar Hamlin. They showed him like running onto the field and stuff. What?
Nope. 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 Like, bro, nope. You could not nope. You couldn't get me to go back out there.
No. And it was funny because this one person I know, he put online, they said, wait till they realize he's not that good at football. They act like he's a superstar. He wasn't a superstar, and that's why he's still playing. If this was like Trayvon Diggs or even Patrick Mahomes, you're not seeing him
No,
again.
you're just getting that. You're like, all right, cool. Like, I got my money. I'm good.
Yes,
Like, bro, you also like you died. You died on the field.
you did. Yes.
Conspiracy theories aside, like we'll remove that from the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like you died on the field for 9 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Like, and I know you see all like this, like the science behind it was like, got hit at the right time, the right spot, right speed, whatever, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. You have no idea what's going on inside your body.
Yeah.
No clue.
So
No clue.
yeah. So final one, because I was going to talk about Brock Purdy, but we could just segue this into the NFC West. Give us your thoughts on the NFC West overall, the teams, the players that you're looking forward to.
Niners took it last season, 13-4. Joey Bosa right now holding out for new contract,
He's gonna
which
get money.
he'll, probably he'll get it. He'll get it. We'll see. It's Trey Lance and Sam Darnold. They have McCaffrey. Obviously, they have Debo Samuel. So like, you know, their offense is going to be, if those guys are again healthy, they're fine. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they got George Kittle too. Forgot about him.
Yeah,
And they have arguably the best left tackle in the league, Trent Williams,
bro,
which
that's
like
a dog.
put that man in motion some more times and you'll be good. Defense is, pretty elite. I think that goes without saying. So I
Mm-hmm.
think obviously they're the favorite for a reason. Um, if I think the Seahawks can keep Geno Smith upright, they can really do something. I
Yeah.
hate him because he played for Ohio State, but I think the addition of Jackson Smith and Jigba with
Yep.
Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, I think is like they have a short, middle, and deep threat. They have all
Yeah.
three of those guys, and he didn't play last year, because he was hurt, but he didn't take those bumps, didn't take those bruises, didn't like he got healthy, so like he was able to take the season off and get healthy. That's worth a lot. So I think that's good for them. Kenneth Walker, like I think he's
good.
he's climbing. I think he's climbing.
Yeah.
He's a ways off, but he's climbing. If Geno can stay healthy and they can keep him upright again, defense, they had a dog shit defense. Dog shit defense. Like one of the worst defenses like historically ever. Like people love to throw stats around. That's a stat you can throw around because that matters. Like that's how you win games. So they can have an offense where it's like it doesn't matter if our defense gives up 35 because we're going to score 45. So like if they can keep him healthy, I think they can win that many games. Who else is there?
Rams and Cardinals.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals. Cardinals are a weird team. Kyler Murray, like, show me something, They got James Conner, whatever. They got Marquise Brown, they got Zach Ertz, Rondell Moore. We'll see what he can do. Corey Clement. I don't know. Like they're a weird team. I think they got Paris Johnson Jr., left tackle from the Ohio State. Defense is kind of whatever. They have Isaiah Simmons, who I think is one of the better defensive players in the league, but like no one knows about him because he plays for the Cardinals.
He was elite when he came out.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have. I think they moved him to the linebacker, either
Yeah.
two linebacker permanently or two safety permanently. I think it's linebacker. But like they're probably gonna be a top 5 pick next year again, just because Kyler Murray just hasn't been that guy. Rams, Matt Stafford back again. They got Stetson Bennett, whatever. They got Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was kind of like a no-show last year a little bit at times, but I think the whole team was. Your boy Sony Michel still there, still rocking it. Tyler Higbee at tight end. Defense, if Aaron Donald is healthy, that means a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's what, like top 2 or 3 player in the league, if not the best. Jordan Fuller at safety. What else they got? Defense is like it all starts with Aaron Donald. That's it. Like that's basically it. So if he's healthy and he's back to what he was a couple years ago, what we know he can be, which is a top 3 player in the league, they can be the 2. So I'm gonna go with the Rams just because they're more established. But I think the Seahawks are a dark horse not only in that division, but in
You're
the
going
NFC.
with the Rams?
I mean the Niners.
Okay.
My fault. Going with the Niners to win it.
Okay.
But the Seahawks, I think, can be a sleeper not only in that division, but the NFC as well, if they can keep Geno Smith upright.
So all I need is 30 seconds for mine. So I think the 49ers are going to be good. I think Brock Purdy, if he's healthy, that's a legit offense that they have. Christian McCaffrey. They said Brock Purdy is cleared to participate. So
you picking him over Trey Lance, though?
Yeah. They just don't have any faith or confidence in Trey Lance right now. I want to see
you gotta
what
beat
Trey
to not
Lance
start
can
over
do.
Brock Purdy.
You said what?
You know how ass you gotta be to not start over Brock Purdy.
I know.
Come on, bro. Come on. I love Brock Purdy. I love the swag, but like, come on, dog.
Yeah. So
like, that's some shit.
We'll see how that one goes. Seahawks, I want to see what that trio of wide receivers can do if Kenneth Walker is healthy. That's good. Their defense isn't good. They don't have anything. Their legion of you're just going to score on us. The Rams, I just think they're fine with who they are after winning a championship, so they don't care as much. Don't expect them to make the playoffs. Cardinals, they're kind of obsolete right now. They got rid of their best wide receiver, and they're kind of just there. So I think the 49ers, clear and cut, should have this, no matter who the quarterback is. Clearly, we saw that last year. They said they lost 4 quarterbacks, and they still got that far.
Yeah.
You need to have Geno healthy in order for the Seahawks to have a chance. But that's all I have in terms of the NFC West. That's an easier division. Not many question marks that are there. And next week we'll end up having a different division. We're also going to start fantasy football rankings and stuff next week. So we'll discuss that. August is going to be a big month for a lot of things, but what you got?
Quick slants. Today was Big Time Media Day. Shout out to the boys for representing out there.
Shout out.
Gonna have some more quick stunts coming up soon in the next couple weeks before camp starts. Um, position breakdowns, X factors on both sides of the ball, all that kind of good stuff over the next couple weeks. And then preseason football starts soon. The Hall of Fame game, I think April 11th is when I think most preseason football kicks off. So
August
we're getting
3rd,
there.
first Hall
Camp
of Fame
starts,
game.
man. Yep. Fall camp for college football is right around the corner. Like middle August is when like everything shifts. Like mid August, like you gotta get to like, the last couple weeks of the summertime. Things start to wind down a little bit with all that. School's getting back in session or getting geared up for it at least. But yeah, like mid August is when it's still hot out, but like
Yeah,
there's a shift. Like your brain shifts towards football. You're just getting ready. Like
I'm ready.
yeah, right. Penn State West Virginia kicks off in 34 days, I think 35 days. Yeah, it's right there. We're so close. So close. Yeah, so far away though, So
Yeah,
close. It's so far away. But yeah, shout out to football for being back soon.
shout out.
Quick science coming up, and shout out to Mexico.
Yeah, that's
Great.
a good one.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be
So,
back.
a couple of things that I'll end up announcing as it gets closer. I'll announce it, but I will be going out of the country in September. I'll still be doing the show.
But
Don't
see,
worry.
like I'm sure, like I appreciate you giving me a 2 month heads up, like
You'll
instead
give
of
me the
like a
day
couple weeks.
before.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm on a flight to Mexico right now.
I know. So we'll figure that out. Fantasy football, Steve and I will discuss what position we want to start with, and we'll also discuss what division that we're going to cover. Thank you to everyone that ends up listening. Colorado, the Bisons are going to go into the Big 12. So that's a big move over there as well. And yeah, I think that's it. We covered essentially everything that's been going on. Oh, I'll leave it with this one. Jimmy G is going back to the Saints, baby.
Oh
So,
yeah. Yeah, your
yep,
boy. Back to
he
it.
is
Let's
going
go. I
back
saw that.
to
I'm
the
pumped for
Saints.
him. Dude, he's
Yeah,
like 37 years old now, but who gives a fuck?
I know. So he is going to lead the tight end position in touchdowns.
Like
Till
it.
next
Oh,
time.
good call. I'm gonna draft him though this year. Big facts. Deuces.
We out.